Yeah. How you doing? How you doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome if you're new. We do, well, we try to keep this stream kind of light, but now the joke's starting to run into, this is where we drop our trauma and our pain. And decidedly happier news that I've been able to share typically. New cat just dropped. Went outside this morning, take the boys for a walk, and as I was walking about the yard, a tiny little black kitten, appears to be it'll grow into a long hair, popped up meowing, wanting food and attention. So, since they seem cool with Ben and cool with the Shifu, I brought them on in the house. They appear to be a little lady. I've dubbed them Navi for now, because much like the fairy in Legend of Zelda, she keeps saying, "Hey, listen! Hey, listen!" She's a sweetheart. I need to remember to text David so when he wakes up and there's a new cat, he doesn't think, "Oh God, what happened?" She's quite talkative and quite adorable. I sincerely hope she belongs to one of the neighbors and we get to give her back. I just know that with the storms being what they are, it's very possible someone got displaced in them. I don't know if we'll get posters up. David's on the Facebook for any of y'all that would... And that's my time. I still have roughly 1 hour. But for any of y'all that might be... Oh, I need to fix that. But for any of y'all that might be interested in putting up something or checking into it, she's in Euharlee, Georgia. I will be happy to share my information later with anyone that might know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go on a bit of a hike after work sometime or the next day and just ask around. I might also do the old method of putting poster on tree. But that being said, it is also at the moment cat season here in Georgia. About the time of year when all the strays and the ferals start having their litters. So we might have just gotten a new cat gifted to us. I mean, it's a cat here. In my personal opinion, it's a few too many, but, you know, we... Don't get in my coffee, honey. Can you hear her? She's so talkative. She's a little long here, and she might be one of Lady Go. She just jumped off the couch while I was petting her. And then climbed back up on the couch. I don't think she understands what pets are. I just didn't want to leave y'all hanging. I did promise you a video, and originally I was going to do the tail end of Saints Row, but y'all know how complicated those can get. This is a much more chill, easy going. Also, thanks to David's wonderful kindness, I got me some concentrate coffee here, and I clearly am still not very good at this. I gotta get my mix right is all. It's not bad coffee, it's bad mixing. It's still good, it's just I'm getting that... I hope that came across good. That after smack, so to speak, that I ain't quite got it right. It's close enough to where I can drink it and it's not bad, but too much concentrate, not enough milk. In fact, I didn't use ice, I used just cold water. Child! Oh look, Navi's already figured out how to hit buttons. She's already ahead of schedule to the others. What is it, Navi? I want to finish my Ren Fair mug of coffee. And I will listen to Hannah when I'm walking into work, baby, but not right now. Oh, this little one. She just purring so hard, y'all. Like I said, I think she might have gotten away during the storm or something, because, like, come here. Ah, damn it. Sit there for a minute. Let me straighten up this mess. Silly child. I'm not, okay, as I say, I'm not outside or in a dangerous mine shaft, right? I got time to fix this little corner. I'm gonna be carrying my Ren cup I'm gonna be carrying my rain chair cup into work today, it looked like. And if y'all would like, I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do that one. I could always, like, crochet a blanket or crochet a something for y'all to see. I mean, after all, the bathroom does need a curtain. I don't quite know how to, what's the word? I don't quite know how to make a, video of me doing it. Outside all that, all I gotta say is taco. It's hilarious after all the mean things that have been thought up, all the ways we've thought to insult the geriatric jackass. Taco is what drives him insane. I hear anger, but I don't see why. Navi, Ronan, play nice. Ronan, she's a baby. Be nice to her. Let's play nice, little one. Ronan, you gotta learn how is it I know cat language better than you do, son? Give her a bit, let her adjust to the house, and then you can go talk to her. Right now, she's still adjusting to the house. And like I said, there's a chance she won't be here. There's a chance that by the afternoon, some neighbor kid will come walking by asking around about their cat that got out while they was out at school or some such. Are the kids still in school? Honestly, having no kids in my life, I don't keep up with that stuff anymore, outside of I know that our sales go up a lot when the high schoolers get out. I'm not sure what I need to do for this. It's on that precipice of it's almost good. I think what I need is just add a bit of sugar to it. It needs a bit of sweetness added. Outside of that, there's 55 of y'all. I had not mentioned that because I'm trying my best not to be one of those, hey, hit me up, tap screen, tap, 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 tap. I don't want to be one of those streamers just getting your attention, begging you. I'd rather us be like friends or parasocial friends. To me, you just one of my cool high school friends come over to hang out and play video games. You just also might not be very good at the games, or you got sticky hands or something to where I don't want you to touch my controller. I don't know, guys. I'm trying here. It's how do you fill the conversation when most of it's just basically, look at this. Look at this thing. Isn't it neat? I managed to make it not shaped like feet. Do-do-do-do. Honestly, one of my biggest fears in Minecraft, and I've only done it once. At one time, I was making in one of the other modes, I was just big dig out area. Have you ever accidentally made hate symbols? Like, we can point out that the swastika, while a terrible symbol of hate and douchebaggery, it is kind of practical to dig in a nice square pattern, dropping in 4 sections. Yeah, don't do that, because then you'll climb a high tower, look down, and suddenly, oh shit, I'm a Nazi. And then you gotta empty out a bunch of shafts to make one giant mine shaft. I'm just saying, it's a whole lot of work. It's why I do spirals and offshoots of spirals, but I don't really stick with large squares very often because, well, like that pattern there, I started to try to make a Enterprise. It's just trying to make it, see, like, I need to turn that white, that white, that white, that white, that white, cut it back, and make the dish. Then I can come back here, flip the stairs, and make another one for the ship itself. But that will be for another day. Currently, I need to see what's behind this wall because it looks like we're hitting water, which means it might be time to go out and harvest some of that sand for our glass. Ronan, honey, I've heard her hiss at you 3 or 4 times. She's new. Please quit pressing her. You are not the alpha cat. You are not the head of the pride. If you want to get real bad at it, son, you pushing that button. I believe the head lady is feisty. And if we're talking about head gentlemen, you and Mako have been in a bitter rivalry for quite some time that you need to cut out. I did not bring Navi in to help soothe that rivalry. I just know that we're expecting more rain today, possibly, and I didn't want the little one caught out in a flood that could drown her. Oh yeah, that's... I believe we just found our cut story. Well, I'm clearly going to need to go get more sand. Frustrating. Which likely means this passage is going to turn into a water sport at some point. Let's find out, and let's cut backwards if we need to. Alright, let's double back on this with a sharp cut. Mm-mm. Hey y'all, did you know happy people don't destroy things? I'm sorry, I'm watching the Charlie Kirk slaughter, where, again, I don't understand how y'all would do this. I wouldn't do it just because I'm not confident enough in my, like... I'm confident that if you and I, dear chatter, sat down and had a civil, here, have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee. Would you like a scone, a bagel? Let's talk about this deep topic. Let's talk about white folks with dreadlocks, or the inherent racism in our political system, or, you know, I think that you and I could sit down and have a talk, but as far as the debacle of, here, let me walk into a room full of people that really don't fucking agree with me in any way and try to find the middle shelter ground, while they all literally run to hit a button in the beginning to see who gets to argue with me first. I see where that could be fun, but I don't see where that could be productive. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's fun. It's basically a gotcha factory. I've seen both sides get a lot of runtime out of the Jubilee and the shit like that. But it's like, you're not... Again, it's like what I'm doing here. It's intellectual potato chips. Chat, to be honest, if you want to do better, you want to learn more, you want to be a better person, put away my video. Go check out ContraPoints. Go check out one of the video essayists who does the big video essays, the back research. Check out CoffeeZilla. Check out some of these wild and awesome creators. Me, I'm potato chips. I'm just here to be like, hey, you know that thing that your parents and your old people been saying you're crazy for thinking? Fuck them. They're the crazy ones. And here's some examples of why, if I may be so bold. And I try to point out things off the fly where I can. Now, as some of my dear viewers who have subscribed and who live close enough to me that I can talk and be like, hey, check this out. They've seen, I'm working on a, for lack of a better term, a little rage persona character. Something like what Surus or some of the other people do with the VTubing, but I also want to... I'm trying to give y'all artisanal work, which, yeah, sometimes means it looks like it's been beaten out with a hammer and a fucking chisel. And sometimes it looks like utter dog shit, but I try to give credit where credit's due, both for background noise and for what I'm capable of drawing. It's why I've also been, I will admit, yesterday I neglected the sketch. I will work on that today if I get a break, which I should, maybe, probably. But I've also got a book that we got from Michaels ages ago, No Judgment. It's how to draw furry characters. So, for sake of practicing, also for sake of getting handy with it, I'm going to read the book and draw along as we go and upload pictures from my various notebooks and scrap papers of drawing these as we go. In an ideal sense, hopefully by the time I'm done, we'll have both a fursona for the channel, as well as my pissed off cook. Not to be confused with pissed off bartender. I'm stealing his idea, but I'm trying to give credit, so I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, y'all, I never want to give the allure that I'm some Robert Sapolsky or some Kierkegaard or some... I'm not a great mind, folks. I'm a cook that spends a lot of time thinking about this bullshit, and I drink a lot of coffee, and I read a lot of books and shit. I'm nothing special. That's why I'm telling you, when I say that you can do this, it's not, you can learn it. Don't be intimidated. I mean it. You can do it, chat. Don't be intimidated. That there's also, I haven't been on their page in years, so, again, I haven't been back, but I would say it's a good place to start. Crash Course. It's got Hank and John Green, or two of the main starters of it, and they're actually launching their own little college program. It isn't much, it's just a little program to start and see where it goes, but I can say pretty certainly that it's not like the Trump University or the Hustler VU, or it's not a scam. They're not trying to screw you over. For years, Crash Course was how I basically caught back up on my misconstrued and preconceived biases and how I got better. for example, everyone on the right wing seems to think that Freud is still relevant and important. He's not. I mean, he gave us some cool shit, don't get me wrong. Freud is important in a sense that he was a founder of things. He was one of the... Ooh, that's a deep hole. He was one of the first ones to get us to thinking about shit for real, though. But at the same time, we've come a very long way from Freud. So far, in fact, some might say he's outdated. It'd be like citing, I don't know, Robinson Crusoe. Did that sink into anyone? Because Robinson Crusoe was a little outdated when I was reading it. Either way, Robinson Crusoe was an explorer novel, if I'm not mistaken. It's the one where we get the Big Enders, the Lilliputians, the Yahoos. I saw the video. Or the various other creatures that he encountered during the novels of Gulliver's Travels. Either way, I'm probably off base on that one. I think I might be poisoning myself with caffeine. But, and Shifu's unhappy about that. He's over there giving his cutest little sausage whines. Due partially to all the construction going on and all the critters being driven around and all that, the fleas are up bad. So we've got a 3-point plan to get rid of the fleas, including a dip for the kittens and cats, treatment for the dogs and the cats that are old enough for it, and I'm gonna get the vacuum and the 7 dusting. We gonna flea-proof this motherfucker. But that'll take a little bit of time, and that's on the project for my next day off. As well as laundry. My poor Fooby Goober in the process of that has lost his mohawk. A necessary sacrifice to the war with the bug. Like I said, y'all, we're not some Osmongold over here. We're doing our best. We're not like living like plague lords. But that being said, if the Trump tariff war shit could stop and cleaning supplies could go back to reasonable prices, that'd be super cool. That being said, let's be nice to all our retail brothers and sisters, because let's be clear, I don't adjust the price of the biscuits. They don't adjust the price of your groceries. Your anger, friends, is with our bosses and our lords, not with the workers. And feel free, that the numbers are usually accessible. Call the lords. Tell them how upset you are. Threaten them the way you threaten so many workers most of the time. But stop it with the workers. We don't do shit and we can't do shit about it. You're literally just being mean for no fucking reason when you go after a worker. Because, guys, let's be clear. Y'all remember when folks were burning down Wendy's and shit over the price? Remember when fucking retail workers were getting shot over the newest game console? Yeah, how'd that go for them, huh? Did they get their whatever the fuck they wanted? Or did they just get locked up and the corporations continued to make money? I'm just saying, y'all, I get it, but understand it is not the worker that is your enemy. That is coming from one of the workers. Also, some of you motherfuckers be brave as shit. None of the people in my list, of course. I don't think any of y'all would be that much of an ass. But some of y'all be going off on fast food workers and fucking beat people like line cooks and shit. You be going off on them, and honey, now understand, as a cook and as a tenured, I say, as not being tenured, but having worked in this business for over 10 years, as a tenured cook, honey, I would never hurt you by poisoning your food or spitting in it or coming in it or, doing any of those other gross things. Check out the hit cult classic Still Waiting and Waiting. But that being said, I do not hold the line for the entirety of my cruise. And y'all be brave as shit for somebody that don't watch your food be cooked. And that usually eats your food while driving and operating a motor vehicle, so it's not like you're inspecting it. Just saying. Brave. Stupid and brave. It's weird to me, y'all. It's weird. I don't get it. Why be a dick to the people that are doing the thing you either don't want to or can't do? And like I said, for every shitty customer we got, there's 3 that are really good. That's why I'm in this industry, because when I got out of boating, I just decided I didn't want the stress. It was a good job as far as it secured me, but the politics were fucked. The people were good people, but I couldn't find middle ground, and I never quite felt at home. And let me be clear, it wasn't like, oh, I was bullied, no. The good people at Steel City Marine Transport were good people. It's just, it wasn't the field for me. There was no safety. There was, as a young kid, fresh out of trying to study medicine so I could do something better, it was a dead end. It was a nice dead end, but a dead end nonetheless. There was no forward mobility, no upward mobility. I mean, if I stayed in it long enough, when Todd died, sad as that day would be, if I stayed in it long enough, maybe then I could have been second mate, because whoever was second mate would have come up to take Todd's position. But I mean, you know, it's how bad you really want that, because mate's not... Someone saying they want to be a mate is similar to me hearing one of the new employees say, well, I want to be manager. Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but you really don't. You think you want it, because in your head you see bad management who just goes and sits in the office or takes a dozen-plus cigarette breaks in a day, or, well, y'all hold down the crowd, I gotta go do this truck thing. All you see are the bad managers. Before you say, hey, I want that, I want you to follow a good manager. Follow someone like, and again, I know I called her a bitch to her face, I like to think that's part of the charm. You know I'm always honest with your ass. Everyone else might be sycophantic fucks to you, but I'd be telling you like it is, regardless if you like me for it or not. It's not a factor, it's a mental disease. But, still working, guys, still working on the what are we gonna be here. But, either way, I'm digressing hard because I don't want to run out of time on y'all, but I do want to do something that we can look back on. Either way, I'd say look at some of our good managers, like Miss Donna, and Miss Mary, or Tyler was, or Shania. Lord God, Shania just had a baby pop back up at the restaurant to help out where she could. I've seen good management. The problem is, I've seen good management get the same rewards and initiatives and whatever payouts as shitty management. And if you're going to pay out the same, where's the incentive? I mean, that's just the thing, y'all. It feels like in the same breath that every military person, whether you're on the front lines or you're cleaning out the latrines as a hero, they paint the same line of, oh, well, all fast food and cook workers are just lazy bastards. No, most of the cooks I know would go above and beyond for you. They just also would like to be paid like humans, to where they don't have to have 2-3 jobs plus a side hustle plus running a scam pyramid scheme just to survive. Many of us would very much appreciate just making a living. Hell, it's to me it's strange that in a world where a good chunk of the European Union has decided, hey y'all, 60 hours a week is just fucked, right? Fuck that 60 hours. We're gonna do 30 hours a week, and that's a work week. After that, everything else is just overtime, and yes, your bosses have to pay it. While there are other countries that have done that model, America has decided, you know what, maybe kids should go back to working in the coal mines. Maybe it's the colleges is the problem. All them stupid college-educated kids. You wonder why America isn't leading anything now? We've turned those stupid educateds into an insult, and it's like, okay, what's the alternative, you big dipshit? you that were too intelligent for... I mean, guys, I was always taught the reason I dealt with the bullshit and went through high school and middle school and elementary school, even though admittedly I didn't. I mean, I know it's the thing to, oh, well, it was such a good time. And no, I don't miss it. I miss like 5, maybe 6 people total, and none of those, it was not a good time for me, y'all. But outside of that, it's... Tim Pool is in the newsroom now as an official reporter. Tim, the dipshit, dropped out of middle school pool. Tim, I can't read at a second grade level pool, is chatting with the newsroom and in the news as a main correspondent. Like it or not, that's where we're at. I don't use the word sickened very frequently, but that sickens me. Because don't get me wrong, I don't think we should have like a, what's the term? I don't think that, oh, you need to graduate high school or die in poverty and with no one. No. I don't think that's the case. I think high school's the minimum. But y'all, everyone that worked your ass off to get a GED, everyone that has done the damn thing, how's that make you feel knowing you're working minimum wage somewhere, busting your ass, barely cutting it by? Meanwhile, Tim, I don't know where the sun goes at night pool, has a kid, a wife, and a multi-million-dollar job, most of which is just fear-mongering your grandparents and children. The man, oops, don't want to step on a kitten. The man has a literal fucking shredder, for the record, for all you young kids, was a Ninja Turtles villain, shaped like a samurai, but, you know, edgier. And he fought against the Ninja Turtles. But one of the weirder things that he did, because, you know, most warlords would want ex-military, they'd want terrorists, they'd want hard-trained thugs. At the very least, you're going to the biker bars to pick up the washouts. Not Shredder, no. Our samurai evil genius, he got children. He made a little underground skate park, and he convinced all the children to join the Foot Clan. Because that was his ninja group. Y'all, before you insult the kids' media today, understand this was ours. And I'm not knocking the Ninja Turtles. I am not. I love me some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love that shit. Heroes on a half shell. Throwing it over to y'all in chat. Man, I miss when shit had jingles, don't y'all? I need to make a jingle for the show. I just can't think of what the fuck it would be. Nah, this world's a living nightmare, but if we all stick together, we will see the end of it at some point. That's the thing, y'all, and if you ask why I can keep going, it's a genuine hope in the belief of us as a species, as an overall. Because truth be told, it's like, it sure as shit ain't the love of the rich that's giving me hope for going, now is it? We live in a world where hunger could be in the past. Everyone could have a warm place to lay their head and safe things. Everyone could have running water so that we could shower and keep our things clean. But instead, we want to argue over digital bullshit created by AI in the form of NFTs. And we want to have billionaires like Elon Musk who jump around like dipshits on stage and do Nazi salutes. Yeah, y'all, for the record, that still happened, and we just breezed over that, huh? The man did a Nazi salute behind the presidential podium, not once, but twice. And the Anti-Defamation League? The league that would get on to me if I said the K slur and try to ban me into oblivion with not but 50 subscribers. 55, I'm happy to have y'all here. And for the record, I am not saying to be racist. Do not be racist or hateful towards anybody for who they are. Don't hate on Jewish people for being Jewish. Hate on the IDF for being genocidal Zionist douchebags. Hate on the IDF because they're basically Nazis with Stars of David. I'm saying hate on them because they are fucking garbage people, and every single one of them would do better to not be here. But, outside of that, Jewish people, my friend? Nah, the Jews are not your enemy. And truth, the Jews are partially one of the victims of the IDF. I would say one of the biggest victims. Imagine, if you will, Christians, if someone like, say... Oh God, I haven't brought him up in so long, I forgot his name. Give me a minute, I need to think of a right-wing crazy that's, like, very Christian. Well, there's one. Imagine if I said, oh, Christianity, I don't fucks with that. I mean, hell, Charlie Kirk's a Christian. Listen to the way they talk. You get it? You see what I'm doing there? Even though most Christians that I know of would either don't know who Charlie Kirk is because you're not, like, online brained like me and brain rotted. But those who do know who Charlie Kirk is would realize, oh, that's a good one. Pat Robertson. What if I compared all Christendom to Pat Robertson? I mean, would y'all be cool with that? Or would that be, oh, dude, nah, that ain't me. That ain't us. Not on me, home. That's kind of the thing that I try to go forward with. And yeah, I fuck up sometimes, y'all. Hey, you ever fuck up? I've done it. Not fun. Best thing you can do, own that shit and move forward. But yeah, overall, I'd say our build's going pretty nice. And that was the sign of a stack of boxes in the kitchen coming down. I kind of hope y'all can hear all this, because otherwise, again, I must sound like I'm relapsing into a schizotypal disorder. Because it's like one of those, wow, that build is nice. Crash! Ding, 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 ding! The dramatic melody of my various crochet hooks bouncing across the kitchen floor, combined with my storage box of various paper goods and art supplies just crashing across the kitchen. Me standing here, dog barks. I wonder if you hear the noise. Is anybody out there? I don't know, I have to go clean that up before I leave. I'm out of shovels. So let's take the X and go find something else. Well, now the plan is basically to turn this entire area into like a little farm field. Just that way, when we finally do get the tradesman that comes through looking for farm supplies, we'll be, oh, this is not a happy place to be. There we go. When we get the one coming through looking for hay and whatnot, we can sell it. But yeah, y'all, it's my truthful hope that this stream does do good and we build a healthy, happy community of people willing to lift each other up and build up each other. Also, I am I'm going to try to avoid doing the whole debate bro thing, even though that is a very lucrative field to go into, especially for someone like me that could literally argue with a wall. But I don't see what good it's going to do at the moment. I see people do good work like Jimmy Snow and the good people over at The Line, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I would be a detriment in that environment because I'm just some douchebag. I feel like to do debate bro stuff, you should have debate bro level degrees. Because otherwise, dude, own what the fuck you are. Stop trying to be bigger than your britches. You just a dipshit online like me. You don't know nothing more than I do. And if you, like, lose the big head over it, you might reach more people. I mean, fuck's sake, people like Charlie Kirk, who have gone to college, have benefited from their college degree, are now looking at you and saying, but I don't want it for you because it's dumb and it's a waste of time. No, it's not, y'all. It really isn't. Maybe in the current day of America it's a little bit of a waste of time, but that's mostly because of the hopelessness of the society we find ourselves in. What's the point in going to study something in college if you don't know if the system you're in is going to be there in the next 6 weeks? Why go be a doctor if vaccines might get disproven or illegalized because the head of the CDC stupidly thinks it causes autism because they read one report from the 1920s once and have never broached the subject again. Because, yeah, there is a medical report floating around out there somewhere from the earliest days of us having vaccines where the question was raised, could vaccines cause autism? It was raised. They looked into it. They realized, no, that's not how that works. And they published out a report and moved on. It's sort of like how the alpha male shit still keeps going, even though even the people that wrote the book on, hey, alpha males in the wild, came back and said, yo, I was wrong. I lied. I was stupid. Correct that, please. Even the researchers who figured that out came out to say it was bad. Well, brav, at the same time, be an alpha male, brav. Get your wall, brav. Get your Bacardi, brav. All these fucking dipshits that don't even know where their asshole is are just out here babbling their face goop at you, and people just eat that up, and I'm confused, because here I am turning out good handmade face goop. Stuff that's made by, maybe not research, because I am not a researcher, but by reading books and shit. You want to know how I got arguably decent, maybe not great, but decent at my fucking drawing? I read books on that shit. I practiced. I sketched. Want to know why I know that the human mind is divided up into 4 quadrants, all of which are working all the time, but if you turn your entire brain on, like in the movie, I look over as if it's going to be on the wall. Not Jane, not Eve. It's the one where it's got... Oh, boo. I guess that's part of getting over-caffeinated. Lucy was the name of the movie. But yeah, y'all, the whole... And I was part of that pseudoscience-y nonsense. I bought into it. And then I did brain research, as far as reading people that didn't know what brain research is and reading their work. And upon reading their work, I realized, oh, so if your entire brain lights up like in the end of that movie, yeah, you're just having a seizure. You're just having a grand mal seizure, and you're probably going to die. Because here's the thing, y'all. Sections of your brain control various things. Your most core features are associated around the brainstem and the back part of the brain that connects into the spinal cord. That's where your tiny primal lizard brain is. That controls your autonomic nervous features. Things like breathing, the moment you take a sip of delicious, not so delicious Starbucks coffee, or you eat a burger or a gun burger, the moment you eat something, do you actively think, alright, esophagus, get pushing, push, 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 push. Okay, stomach, let's turn some of that acid out. Come on, liner, do your job. Okay, acid, sloshy, sloshy. Okay, large intestine, start pushing that through and pulling the nutrients out. No, absolutely not. That's fucking insane. If you had to do that, we would all die. So instead, your autonomic nervous features take over. Hey, do you know why it is if you do the Vulcan nerve pinch or the Hassan chop to the back of someone's neck just properly, they'll pass out and fall the fuck down like in a movie? Because that nervous system that controls us also has an off switch. And I have a cat climbing me like a tree. Right up on the titty. Hey, baby. Now they're getting in the mic. Can you hear that? Ah, in the collarbone. That one still has feeling. Hey, baby. Oh, I popped him with my bun. Daisy's good babies, I think. Yeah. Little Navi's a sweet little thing. I so hope you've got a home. If not, we will get you one. Please don't climb into that. There's my coffee there. Does little Navi need to see where the bathroom is before I go? Alright. Let's see. It's just about... Ah, yeah, you don't need the claws. Crawling from my right shoulder across my... Oh. Oh. Little one. Sweet bitty. I think we got us a trained cat, folks. I just need to get a harness for her that she'll wear and appreciate. Maybe we'll call you Harlivy. How's that sound? Yeah. Also, y'all, just as a not debate bro point, don't be that edgy boy, 'cause you never look good doing it. Well, can you tell me the one West African or African continent you'd rather go to than be here? Well, actually, yes, there are like small parts of West and East Africa that are war-torn as fuck because nations and powers basically fight our wars there. But outside of that, Africa is one of the richest nations out there because where do you think we get a lot of our precious metals from? Where do you think we get a lot of our shit from? Have you thanked them yet? I'm sorry, I hate the American bullshit of, well, look how star-spangled special we are. We're the bestest of the bestest. No, the fuck we are not. And it's one thing to own our shit. Look, Bill of Rights, pretty cool shit. Kinda wish it included everybody in it, but nowadays arguably cool shit. Women's suffrage, also cool shit. Should have been here a lot sooner, but again, not gonna knock it. That's some pretty cool shit. I mean, we're real good at making murder weapons. In America, you can get a gun that unclogs your toilet. That's a thing. That's a thing that exists that some people can be proud of, and that just makes me sort of giggle and feel sick at the same time. I mean, to point it out, my cousin had a firearm. Well, not really. It was an airsoft gun that you load rock salt into for the sake of shooting bugs. The boy was shooting bugs for entertainment. Like I said, I'm not even saying we're terrible at everything. I'm just saying you can't... America doesn't have a gun problem. Meanwhile, I'm going to go to my gun-themed toilet to shake a shit, and if I clog it, I'm going to take my shotgun plunger to unclog it. And if too many flies buzz around my gun-themed toilet and outhouse, well, then I'm going to take my shotgun-themed bug shooter, and I'm going to shoot them with rock salt. America doesn't have a gun fetish or problem at all. Meanwhile, while I take my shit, I'm going to read guns and ammo, so I can be up to date on all my guns and all my ammo. Yeah, America's doing great, y'all. We're doing great. Doing great. No notes. 10 out of 10 country. Yeah, nobody can get therapy, and people be shooting each other like fucking gangbusters. But hey, where else can you get all these guns? I mean, come on. Isn't that worth it? Surely that's worth it to you, right? Like I said, I don't mean to be that mean asshole when it comes to gun issues, but it's like, how have we never learned? How can a society just be? Uh-oh, y'all, we getting some interior decorating going on. Here soon, this mine will be a fucking home proper. But alright, y'all, we made it to day 144. Not bad at all. And when I get back home, we will either do more of the Saints Row, or we will do a chill stream with just more of this building. We will see. Either way, be nice to your servers, tip your wait staff, be good to each other as good as you can be, and remember, you don't gotta hand it to the fascists and shit. You don't. Don't hand it to them. They're assholes. Period. Call them assholes. To their face. Y'all be good. Take care of each other. Endure and survive, and we'll probably see you this afternoon. Right now I'm about to do a walking into work thing. And eventually when I can get data enough and I can get, like, the stuff, y'all can walk into work with me. That'll be fun. Just at the moment, if I tried to film it, it'd just be my glowing face walking through the darkness for about 2 hours. And that doesn't seem very entertaining to me. Either way, y'all be good, y'all be safe. Ain't the base coming along pretty? We did that, chat, together. Y'all be good. I'll see you after work proper. Bye.